To make this hood, all you have to know is how to half double crochet, slip stitch, and embroider. If you prefer a written pattern, I have the written pattern down in the description box on my blog. So yeah, let's get started. Also, I am selling this hood on my Instagram if you would like to purchase it. It is at Crystal Crochet, the exact same way as my YouTube channel, so you can't miss it. I'll leave the link in the description. All right, for this project, all you are going to need is Red Heart Jumbo Super Saver, and I use the color Soft Navy Marine Dew, or whatever that's called. And then you're just gonna need a normal skin sized of saffron, however you say that, a darning needle, an eye hook, and some scissors. And that's all you're gonna need for this project, so let's get started. Okay, so all we did was do a chain of 91 half double crochet in the second chain from the hook, and you will have 90 half double crochet across, and then you're gonna chain one, turn, and then continue. So you'll have 90 half double crochet all the way across, and you're gonna do that for 24 rows. And when you're finished, you are gonna chain one and fasten off. Now I'm gonna show you what to do next. Okay, so for the point of the hat, we are gonna start with a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we are gonna place 8 half double crochet in the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2. Then we are going to slip stitch in the top of the half double crochet. That's the chain 2, just to bring it up a little bit, so don't get confused. Okay, then we're going to chain 1 and then place 2 half double crochet into the same stitch. So 1, 2, and then 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. And then we're going to repeat this pattern around. So 1, 2, and 1. And then that was just the slip stitch to join, so don't get confused. And then we are going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet, and then chain 1. And now we are going to place a half double crochet in each stitch around. So 1, 2. Okay, now we just placed our last half double crochet into the stitch. Then we are going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet again, and then we are going to chain 1, place 2 half double place 2 half double crochet into the same stitch. 1, 2, and then 2 half double crochet into the next, 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So we have 2, and then 1, 2. And then 2 into the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. We are going to be repeating this pattern all the way until we have 2 half double crochet and then 11 half double crochet in between. So you're going to, and then with 1 half double crochet in between. So it's going to be 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochet into the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet around. Then it's going to be 2 half double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet into the in each stitch, and then 2 half double crochet. And we're going to keep repeating this with the same pattern all the way around. And we're going to repeat this until we have 11 half double crochet in between the 2 half double crochet, and I will show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so we have all of our rows, and so this is our 2 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 2 half double crochet. And then in the next round, this is the round. So right here where I have my stitch marker, we're going to place 1 half double crochet in each stitch around, which is what we are doing for the rest of it. And then we're going to put another 4 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have a total of half double crochet of 5 rows in each stitch. Okay. Then we're going to fasten off with a really long string for sewing to the hat. To the hood portion. Okay, so now we have this big rectangle, and all we're gonna do, back to this part, is sew up, fold it in half, and then we're gonna sew up about halfway. But to know exactly how much, you can just take your hat, and we're gonna sew from here down. So you can place a stitch marker if you need, or whatever you have to do, but that's all we're gonna do. So from here down. Okay, now we just finished our slip stitch down here. Now we're just going to take our hat and turn this inside out. So this stitch, because this is going to be the wrong side. We don't want the seams. So turn this inside out since the stitches are all facing forward. And then we are going to, again, fasten on from this point to this point, obviously with the front pieces like this and like this. But turn this inside out before you do that. So all you're going to do to embroider is just to weave through your yarn as if you just fastened off your yarn and you were weaving it in for the end project. So that's where this string is right here. We'll cut that off later. All you're going to do is go through the exact same stitch and then put your needle through where you want your next stitch to go up, and then wrap it around like that and then pull through. And what it does is create a little chain. Okay, so we have the first stitch. And now we stick our needle back through the same hole, go up through another hole, and then wrap it around so it goes through the whole loop, just like that. And then you just pull in there. Now you have another loop. And you are just gonna do this until you have a pattern that you like. All I'm gonna do now is show you how we are going to stop the embroidery. So we're gonna just start weaving all of our ends through. Just weave your yarn through like you normally weave in your ends. Perfect. You can't see the yellow at all. Except for that little piece, but we just poke him back in there. They're perfect. All right, so now I'm gonna finish up all of the yellow branches, and I will show you when I'm done with absolutely everything front and back. Okay, so now that we have almost all the swirls done, we have all of the swirls done, you know, this is probably my better side. Or maybe this is, you know what, they're not supposed to look identical. Okay, what we're gonna do is we are going to start finding empty spots like this and start placing stars. So what we're gonna do, as we've done before, just weave through a couple of stitches to fasten on our yarn. All right, so now that our yarn is fastened on, we are going to, I don't know why I started that so low. I'm gonna bring mine up just a little bit. Okay, now that we have that there, all we're gonna do is just start creating little stitches. If you need, you can stick your hand through in the comb to make sure you don't go through the other side. That's what I was doing a lot, which hence the new outfit change. And then, why it took me so long, and when I say stars, I don't mean like, obviously, like real stars. I just mean like little lines like that. See? Aw, that's gonna look so cute once we're completely done. Now that I finished that little star, I'm just gonna weave back through to a different access point. Right there looks good. And do the same thing. So now I'm just gonna weave in these ends and then continue doing that all the way around. Okay, so now we did a whole other panel, exactly the same, chain 91, 90 half double crochet across, But instead, in doing it for 24 rows, we're only going to do it for 23. The reason we're doing that is because on the hat, the little spike on it on the back already has taken up one of the rows. So there's no point in making the exact same size because there's just not going to be enough room for it. Now we're going to attach it. Okay, so to start, turn your hat inside out. This is the point, this is the back of the neck, and then here's the opening, all right? So make sure your stitches are all flowing, you know, backwards. So this is the first row, this is the last row. And now we are going to attach it. All we are going to do is fasten on our yarn, and I am going to be posting a video on why I always tie knots in my yarn here soon. So that's what I'm doing right here, tying a knot, and I'm gonna prove why I do this in a later video. Okay. Now, all we're gonna do is slip stitch around. Nothing advanced, just a regular old slip stitch around. And you don't even have to worry about weaving in your ends on this corner bit because it's all gonna be in the inside anyway. Nobody's gonna see it. Okay, this is what your hat should look like on both sides. We've got it all sewn around. And now we are going to turn it back the correct way. And it's all done.